Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, because right now Bitcoin is breaking out of this symmetrical triangle pattern and has now confirmed this price target of about 106,000 US dollars for the Bitcoin price. Earlier today, we already broke through that 100K level and reached as high as about 104,000. Personally, as soon as we started losing some momentum here, I actually exited my breakout trade because it was already in massive profits, and I just prefer to lock in my gains, capture the majority of the move, and then just get out. So for me personally, that led to a nice 313% profit on that trade. And we also got Hasselman Matt here yesterday taking that breakout trade as well. And earlier today, we got Captain Shadow here with a close to 300% profit on that trade. So if you want to get access to my real-time analysis and to my trading signals, you can do so completely for free. All you have to do is join the Road to 1 Million Discord community, which you can find the link to in the video description. And once you're in here and verified, you simply go to this Trading Signals Access channel and you follow these 3 steps right here to get access to my trading signals completely for free. Either way, let's now get back to this Bitcoin analysis. Technically speaking, so long as Bitcoin does not get confirmed candle closes below the point of the breakout on that 4-hour time frame, then technically speaking, we are still targeting 106K, roughly speaking, for the Bitcoin price. So that's just something to keep in mind. Just because I exited my 50x long position doesn't mean that I'm now flipping bearish on Bitcoin and saying that we need to get some kind of major correction or anything. But I just wanted to lock in those gains. And of course, I am still in my 10x long position from about 69K. So I rode this entire move to the upside here. Now, in the case that we actually invalidate this symmetrical triangle pattern by trading below the point of the breakout, well, in that case, we can start talking about potentially coming down to grabbing more liquidity down here. So now actually moving on to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, what you can see right now on this 1 month time frame is exactly what I have been talking about for about a week or so. So we were seeing a bit of a pullback here recently, but I kept saying over and over again, there is a massive amount of liquidity to the upside. And typically the Bitcoin price gets attracted to where there is the most liquidity on this chart. At the time, it was sitting at about 99.9K. And I said it is very likely that at some point we are going to take out this level of liquidity, which we of course did earlier today. So great to see that this base case expectation actually played out exactly as expected. Here it's a little bit zoomed in, so we're looking at this 1 week time frame at this point, and this is that big level of liquidity that we took out. So if we look at the current day situation, there is even some liquidity as high, close to $200 million, sitting at about 104K. And apart from that, in order to actually find some big levels of liquidity to the downside right now, we need to look towards potentially this 99K level once again. In this case, it is actually liquidity to the downside, of course, and there's a decent pocket of liquidity sitting at about 97, 98K. So those are some big levels that I'm watching right now in the case that we do not reverse, that we do not find some support at this 100K level. Now, the reason I'm not talking about levels like 94K or even 93K, for example, right here, is because let's say that we take a look at this 4-hour time frame. You can see that just taking this swing low all the way up to this swing high here on that 4-hour time frame, there's a Fibonacci golden pocket sitting at about between 97.8K and 97.5K. So therefore, before we can even start talking about coming to grab liquidity right here, we would first have to lose this as a level of support. But until then, I think it is very, very, very early to be talking about moves like that to the downside, when in fact we haven't even invalidated this symmetrical triangle pattern. So I would say for now, this is actually a pretty easy time to be bullish, because so long as we do not invalidate this symmetrical triangle pattern, then again, we are simply just targeting about 106,000 US dollars for the Bitcoin price. But of course, that is not financial advice. I'm simply telling you what I'm seeing in the charts, and you can do with that information what you like. Lastly, let's take a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. Yesterday, we saw about a $550 million net inflow from the Bitcoin ETFs. So again, the trend of massive inflows seems to be continuing here. And so long as the Bitcoin ETFs keep buying hundreds of millions, sometimes even close to $1 billion worth of Bitcoin every single weekday, then obviously this is going to have an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. Now, sometimes you guys ask me for like long-term price targets and stuff like that, but this is not the channel if that is what you're looking for. If you want me to just yell out a number and say like, yep, we're going to 140K, boys, or you want me to zoom out and say like, yep, we're going to 240K, boys, I am not that guy. I have no idea, guys. I am not a long-term prediction. Like, I simply look at technical analysis for the lower time frames. So anything that you see at the top here from the 1 minute all the way up to like the 4 hours, sometimes 1 day time frame, that's what I'm looking at. And for me personally, it doesn't really matter if the price is bullish or the price is bearish, because I'm just looking for setups and momentum to trade. So in this case, this is a bullish pattern. But for example, earlier today on this 15-minute time frame, we saw a fake out to the upside of this symmetrical triangle pattern, and then an actual breakout of this symmetrical triangle pattern to the downside, which perfectly hit the price target. So in that case, I am shorting that move to the downside, right? So for me, the momentum, regardless of if it is bullish or bearish, doesn't matter. And I'm just trying to take advantage of all of this volatility in the market, because that is what I do as a trader. And I'm not here on YouTube to tell you like, yep, 140K is it. That's going to be the top, and I just pull that out of my ass, because that is simply not what I do to make money in this market. But regardless, this has been today's market update. If you want to get access to my real-time analysis and my trading signals, you can do so completely for free. All you have to do is join the Road to 1 Million Discord community. You can find the link to that in the video description. And once you're in here and verified, you simply go to this trading signals access channel right here, and then you follow these 3 steps to get access to the trading signals completely for free. If you need any help or something like that, just go to the general chat here and just send a message like, hey, how do I join these signals? And either myself or someone in the community here is going to help you out, because we have 2,300 members inside this Discord group. This is one of the most active crypto trading communities in the space right now, guys. But either way, if you do end up joining or not, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.